Hey friends, welcome back to OG Universe. Today we are taking a look at Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Flash movie Supergirl figure. So the Supergirl figure, she played a pretty integral part in the Flash movie. Hopefully you've seen my Flash review. I didn't spoil too many things, but this figure kind of surprised me. So I got the entire way from Walmart.ca a few months ago. Really impressive, very I really enjoy the figures as well as the movie, but this figure in particular, I just got around to opening it after I saw the movie, wanted to take a little closer look at it, and they did a really good job for most part on this figure. There's a couple things that maybe design choices they could have changed, but overall it's an impressive figure. So let's take a little bit closer now. What this figure does come with is a flight stand, which is greatly appreciated. I always love having a flight stand with my super characters, my flying characters. And you also get two hands. So you get a fisted hand and a open hand. These are really tiny hands, to be honest with you guys. Very small. But they do have some good detail and some paint. I like how the blue wrap that comes across the thumb and the open palm looks really well done. Now the figure itself, it's really a nice color scheme. I like how, let's take her off the flight stand first, guys. All right. So I do like how the color scheme is very reminiscent of the Henry Cavill Superman. So darker blue, red, you have the gold trim there in the S logo. The hair itself has a really nice wash and a nice cut. In the movie, it is a darker color. It doesn't have these kind of blondish highlights, but it has a nice cut. The cape is a little heavy at the bottom because of all the wrinkles and the folds in it, but it doesn't impede the figure's standing ability. One thing that is a bit of a detractor from this figure is the head just seems a little too big. The shoulders are a little small, and the head just seems a little too big. So that's my only real gripe. The diaper area here kind of blends in quite seamlessly. In the movie, I kind of didn't like how there's no boots. I don't know why. Like, you do have a bit of a segment right here with the knee, with that darker tone and the sculpt. But I would have liked to have maybe some red boots. I think that would have been kind of nice, but the blue is still cool as well. And the figure's articulation, it's kind of your basic Mcfarlane. You have the ball joint on the head, which does have some good movement. You can really get that downward look as well. You do have the ball joint in the ab articulation and in the waist. You have the ball jointed shoulders with the hinge, double jointed elbows, ball jointed wrist. You got the ball joint in the hips for pretty good movement, double jointed ratcheted knees. You have the ball joint in the ankle with the pivot, and of course the toe articulation. So overall, this figure does have the great articulation. The sculpt is there. The texturing and the costume looks phenomenal. But the head sculpt, yeah, if you could be just maybe a tad bit smaller. I think the likeness is there of the actress that played Supergirl. But let's get her on a stand here, and we'll compare it to some other figures as well. All right, let's just get her balanced. There we go. So let's compare to the Flash. Now, these two did share quite a bit of screen time together, and they look great together. You're definitely gonna have some Flash representation on your shelf from the movie. Supergirl would be great. Her interactions with General Zod, that's one glaring thing that I'm kind of surprised we didn't get a General Zod figure for this wave, or even a 2-pack of her Supergirl with General Zod. I thought, that's kind of a no-brainer. Have some battle scenes, some destruction, destructive background, something like that to add with the figures, a diorama of kind, but hasn't come down the pipeline yet, and I don't know if we are gonna get that. But these two look great together. Also, you have the Barry Allen Flash in the bat suit. So let me get him back on a figure stand. There we go. These two, you saw kind of a bond between these two throughout the movie. They look great together as well. I gotta say, guys, the battle scene near the end of the final act was really incredible. You really saw the Flash's powers, and it's phenomenal. The guy has some powers, man. The guy has some powers. These two look great together too. And then of course I want to have this figure here, and there goes my display stand off on the side. So the Henry Cavill Superman, as you can see, these two look great together. Yeah, they look great together. That's all I'm gonna say. Costume, like her costume is a little bit of a brighter blue, which is fine. I almost like that brighter blue on the Superman costume. That would be kind of cool, but again, the texturing on both of these guys are spectacular. Just a great figure overall. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you see this figure, pick it up. I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. She does have the body base for a great custom if you want to go that route. But overall, I really like this figure more than I thought I would, which seems to be a prevailing underlining factor throughout this entire way. I thought Flash would be my favorite of Batman, but some of these secondary characters or secondary versions of the characters have really impressed me too. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this Supergirl. Did you enjoy the Flash movie? I really want to hear thoughts about the Flash movie from all of you guys. It'd be great to see what you thought. All right, thank you so much. Stay tuned for more, guys.